Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It's Tuesday, July the 22nd. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local share market is set to open modestly high with ASX futures up 12 points. Investors lost enthusiasm on global markets to begin the week, with European shares ending in the red. This as an EU trade deal with the US looks increasingly unlikely before the August 1st deadline. However, on Wall Street, the S&P 500 and Nasdaq notched record high closes amid positive earnings results. Shares in Google parent Alphabet rallied ahead of its quarterly report on Wednesday. Tesla also reporting midweek, with results from the first of the Mag 7 expected to set the tone for the other heavyweight companies. Tesla dipped while Apple gained and Amazon rose, both lifting the S&P and Nasdaq. Verizon shares rallied after the telecommunications company boosted its annual profit forecast. Pizza chain operator Domino's beat analyst estimates for the second quarter same-store sales, helped by new items on its menu. In Europe, Stellantis said it expects a net loss of €2.3 billion for the first half as the car maker faced the challenge of revamping its product while also dealing with the impact of US tariffs. And Ryanair shares lifted after Europe's largest low-cost carrier reported that its quarterly profit more than doubled. Well, transatlantic trade between the United States and the European Union is at risk of collapsing, according to the EU's Trade Commissioner. The EU is considering countermeasures against the United States as prospects for an acceptable trade agreement with Washington fade. Talks between the EU Trade Commissioner and US counterparts last week failed to achieve an agreement, leading to the expectation that President Trump will follow through with his threat to impose a 30% tariff on EU exports by August 1st. Meanwhile, further doubts have been raised about the independence of the US Federal Reserve, with US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent saying, "I think what we need to do is examine the entire Federal Reserve institution and whether they have been successful." Well, US Treasuries have rallied, pushing yields lower as investors unwound short positions amid uncertainty over the economic fallout from US tariffs. 10-year yields fell to 4.36%, the 2-year at 3.85%. And the US dollar index is down more than 0.5%, while the euro has risen and the yen has recovered after the Japanese Prime Minister vowed to remain as leader even though his ruling coalition lost its majority in the upper house elections. And the Aussie dollar trading at 65.2 US cents. Bitcoin is lower, trading at 117,500 US dollars. Oil prices have eased, with the latest European sanctions on Russian oil expected to have minimal impact on supplies. Brent crude futures at $69 a barrel. Copper is up more than 0.5%. Iron ore has surged close to 3% to $103 a tonne. And gold has gained more than 1% to hit a 5-week high as the US dollar and bond yields weaken. Spot gold at $3,395 an ounce. Ahead locally today, the RBA will release the minutes from its July meeting. That is your day ahead. See you again tomorrow.